Hey 7th graders, welcome to Skyview Middle School and Language Arts. I am Miss Dawn and this is our classroom. Now this year we have two classrooms. We actually have our online classroom and our in-person classroom. So I'm going to show you both today in this little welcome video. So this is the physical classroom. Now as you're walking into the physical classroom, you'll notice a few things that it says no cell phones. And do you have a pencil? Because you need one of those every day. Those are important to have. If you don't have one, you need to get one. The other thing you'll notice is this big blue beautiful thing here. This is for your cell phone. So since you're walking around with them in your pocket or in your backpacks, you'll just tuck it into here in the number that corresponds with your seat number as soon as you walk in the door. So all cell phones need to be here when they come here and on silent, so they're not making noise as we're learning in the classroom. Well, come on in. I'm going to go ahead and turn you guys around so you can see the rest of the class. Okay, as you walk in, you'll see some important things right here. We have down on the bottom, this is all stuff for students, for your use. Now, because we're trying to keep cross-contamination low, there's a couple things you'll notice. There is hand sanitizer over here. So if you haven't recently washed your hands, grab some hand sanitizer as you walk in the door. There's our schedule. We are the 7th grade purple group, so this is your schedule when you're at school. Okay, we have lunch at 11:30. This is where you will turn in any assignments that we are physically doing. There will also be some online turning on. This is where we will have extra copies of anything that I hand out. Okay, now for materials to use, you have that based on your period. So period 1 will have materials right here. This will be also where you keep your notebooks in the class, and I haven't set this up perfectly yet, but there's going to be some scissors and markers and crayons for your guys' use here. Period 2 on the bottom and period 4 over here. This stuff will be for everyone's use, but anything that we all use, we need to sanitize often. So that's why we're going to try to keep it separated by period. All right, you'll notice that this room is super chillax. Yeah, coffee house vibes all the way. I got my cool LED lights up there, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see, what else do you need to see in the classroom? We have our printer here. Printer name is B213. Around over here is where we will find our Chromebooks. There are many days that you will be using Chromebooks to access our online classroom, and headphones will be over here. And those will need to be sanitized often if you use them. I prefer that you guys bring your own headphones. That's actually part of the class list, so hopefully that you bring your own. All right, then we have our seats around. And you'll notice there are numbers. So those numbers are going to correspond to your number on the door where you put your cell phone, and also the number of Chromebook that I would like you to use. Now those Chromebooks only go to 15, so if you're seat 1 through 15, it's easy. If you're seat 26, then you would be, or sorry, if you're seat 16, you would be number 1 and then go back to the beginning, and you will just use those on different days. All right, we have some books over here. We have dictionaries and thesauruses, and on the back side, when we flip this open, we have some novels for us to use. And this is a cool little reading corner. Now this is not actually an assigned seat, but it is 6 feet away from anyone, which means that it is also a known mask zone. So every day I will luckily draw one lucky kid out of the cup, and they will be able to sit there for the day, relax, and also not have to wear a mask. So that's super handy and fun. A schedule is there as well. All right, this is my senior class bench. I graduated in 2006 from Skyview High School. Shh. And here is my desk up here. And it's pretty cool. You guys can actually come. It's a tall table, and you can come sit with me and get some help as needed. Of course, wearing our masks appropriately. Up here, we have our weekly schedule. You guys will be separated into 3 groups: the Trekkies, the Potterheads, and the Whovians. And Monday and Friday, all of the groups are kind of doing the same thing with some modifications. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, they will be at different stations, and that's what that ABC is. And I'll be changing that over to what day of the week it is and what they're working on, all right? This side is nothing right now. I'll probably make doodles or something. I'm not sure yet. Okay, all right, all right. So, that's our physical classroom. Now let's look at our online classroom, because some of you are actually already doing distance and some of you may change to distance later, or we might have to go distance. And on top of that, You will use the online classroom periodically throughout the week, all right? So this is our online classroom. Now, I have another video that you're actually going to watch at Station B about Canvas, so I'm not going to show you a lot, but what I want you to be aware of right away is that there are some things on here that you won't actually be physically doing on the online classroom unless you need to, unless you're at home. So right here, like it says week 1 notebook, if you are physically in the room, you actually will be able to use your notebooks in the class, and I will check them on Fridays. Now, if you're distance or you need to go distance for any reason, you will use this. If you have to be quarantined or if you get sick and you have to work from home, you will use week 1 notebook here to do that, okay? The other thing that I want you to be aware of, a little difference, is this week 1 outline. There are certain things on here that if you are distance, you probably won't do. So like where it says t-shirt assignment right there, you're probably not going to do that from home. That's not something you can really do from home because it's just a piece of paper and a creative fun thing here. So if it's not on the week 1 notebook, if it's not listed there as a thing you need to do, you don't actually need to worry about it. Oh, sorry, I was in the wrong spot. Week 1 notebook, okay? All right. A couple other things that you need to know about this class. 1, I use a scheduled timer when we're in class, and it will keep us scheduled, and we'll take breaks at times. It'll say stretch break and it will say walking break. We need to keep our distance from each other, but at those times we'll be able to take breaks during our 65-minute period together. 2, I don't do a lot of direct, like, instruction in front of class. I like you guys to do stuff and on your own so that I can go around and help you, or I'll be helping small groups. So with that in mind, if I'm helping a group, there's an expectation in my class that you don't come to me for help. You look at videos, you look at Canvas, look for instructions on Canvas. You ask people in your group. That is your first and best resources, other people in your group, other kids that are doing the same thing as you, so that you're not interrupting me when I'm working with other students, so that I can dedicate my time to them. Another thing that you need to know about this class is that I tend to be really weird and silly, and we like to have fun in here. So if you get weirded out by dorkiness and random dance parties, I'm sorry, okay? Just get over it. 3, I think we're on 3. I love to have fun, but that means we need to be really serious when it's time to work, and we need to be able to transition from fun, silly time back to work time. And the last thing you need to know about this class is that 60% of your grade is completion. Okay? And I don't give homework at all. So short of actually having to go distance, everything will be done in class. Your notebook grade that I already talked to you a little bit is a big part of your grade, and that has all of your work that we'll keep track on, and you will have an assignment, not the first week, but starting the second week. That's a physical paper that you'll hand in, and then we do paragraph assessments every couple weeks. So yeah, if you show up and you're positive and you like to be dorky and you're going to follow directions, you're going to do really well in here. Welcome to 7th grade Language Arts.